Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by House Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Bytech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Guy's Truck and Tractor Service, Hernson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
Good afternoon from Cuba City, where today it's time for a WIA regional semifinal in baseball action here. It's the host Cubans taking on the Prairie to Chien Blackhawks in what promises to be an excellent game with some perfect weather today in Cuba City. Welcome to our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school regional baseball, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Powered to the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electric on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, broadcasting live today at the Kendall Murray Field. I am Matthew Gannon, and we've got a great game coming up here between these two teams. Both finished in the upper half of their leagues. Cuba City finished second in the SWAL this year, and it was Prairie du Chien coming in third in the SWC, two very good baseball leagues. So it's going to be a great one here today. The winner of this one will be in Dodgeville to take on the Dodgers in the regional final. That game would be tomorrow. We got a lot to break down here as we get set for this one. And this is, of course, the Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. We'll start off today with our Shoebox scoreboard. That's presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Well, starting off, we've got a baseball score for you. Brewers keep it rolling, 9-1 win over the Cincinnati Reds for Milwaukee. It's been a good stretch here the last couple of weeks for the Brew Crew. Now 34-29 on the season, and a little better in those NL standings. Of course, they dropped the last one of the Reds last night, 4-2. But prior to that, the Brewers were on an absolute tear. They had not lost a game since May 24th until last night. They pick up another win today. Looking back in our area, however, at the high school ranks, well, with the weather situation that we had yesterday, one of the only games in the area that we were able to get in was the softball sectional semifinal between Cuba City and Mineral Point. But besides that, almost every other game was pushed back, shuffled around, and mixed up. So what our coverage looks like now, another game that just started that was pushed back from yesterday is a softball sectional semifinal. It's Barneveld at Belmont. That one is over on 97.7 Country WGLR. Rob is covering that one. 2 games later today, both baseball regional games. It is a regional semifinal. Lancaster taking on Fenimore. Fenimore playing their games at UW-Platteville. That one on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And our third game on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel today is another baseball regional semifinal. It's North Crawford at River Ridge. That one also on X1071. The Raleigh Cheese pregame show gets started around 4:40 for both of those games. On the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show, after we get through today's game, we'll chat what tomorrow looks like, which, in short, is up in the air. Depends a lot on the results today. But before that, we've got a great day of baseball and softball to attend to in one of those games here in Cuba City with the Blackhawks and the Cubans. We'll take a break here on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show and talk about these 2 teams that we've got here today and the matchup at hand after these messages. This is high school baseball on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Tricor Insurance works with leading insurance carriers like Auto Owners Insurance to provide honest and reliable service when you need it most.
For one, I want them to know that they're not alone. They know that no matter what happens when it comes up, that they can count on us to assist them through that process, whatever it may be.
Tricor and Auto Owners Insurance for your home, auto, and more. Visit TricorInsurance.com to find an agent near you.
Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
One bite at Los Aztecas and your taste buds will be shouting, Olay! Check out their new menu and website with daily dine-in lunch and dinner specials at Los Aztecas in Dubuque, Galena, and Prairie du Chien. For carryout orders, see their menu at losaztecasiwi.com.
Pregame 1.
Back on Super Hits 106 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel here in Cuba City. It's the regional semifinal in baseball action between the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks and the Cuba City Cubans. Next up, we'll get to our colors of the game. That's presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. The visitors for Prairie du Chien in their road maroons today. Prairie on the chest and white on the Under Armour uniforms. Cuba City in their blacks. Cuba City across the chest in yellow on those. Throughout the day, we'll bring you our Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups. Those are presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's Complete Hygiene line and options for a brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Everyone looking good today on the Russell Law Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. For more, visit RussellLawWI.com. We're brought to you today by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at MoundCityBank.com. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, CFBank.com, member FDIC. Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulation can enhance your energy savings, air sealing, mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam in Hazel Green. We're brought to you today by Davis Bus Lines, serving Southwest Wisconsin and now hiring drivers in the Cuba City and Iowa Grant school districts for routes in the fall of 2025. Contact Davis Bus Lines for more information. Find Davis Bus Lines on Facebook for contact information. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And McDonald Plastic Molding, they're proud to support the Cuba City baseball team. We are currently looking for a mold repair technician in Cuba City and a setup technician in Darlington. Apply today at McDonaldPlasticMolding.com. We'll take one more break here in the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. and take a look at the teams that we've got today in this regional semifinal. Back after this on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Queen Bee Radio has your chance to win great seats to see Milwaukee baseball. Sign up to win at Okies Market in Cassville, Goodney's Garage in Platteville, Pink's Automotive in Lancaster, the Horseshoe Tavern, Prairie du Chien, U.S. Cellular in Platteville, Reckler Insurance, and Boondock Sports Bar in Wazeeka. Plus catch Pizzeria Uno, the Annex, the Back Bar, and the Back Nine, and Home Key Real Estate coverage of Milwaukee baseball. Heard on AM 1590 WPBL. Presented by Napa Auto Parts of Boscobel, Pink's Automotive, and Goodney's Garage.
Pregame 2.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Taking a look quickly on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. What a day it was for the Wisconsin Whitewater Warhawks. They are the D3 College World Series national champions for the third time in program history. They, in the College World Series, a best out of 3 in the championship. In Game 1, defeated Messiah University 18-3, and today a 21-5 win for the Warhawks. What an impressive score there. Some area players on the Warhawks team that contributed to that win today. Dominic McVeigh of Mineral Point, Ethan Wickman of Spring Green played at River Valley. A couple guys on that team, so congratulations to the Warhawks on taking home a national championship today. We're about to get started here in Cuba City for the regional semifinal between the Cubans and the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks. We'll get to the national anthem here momentarily in Cuba City, and we'll send you to break while we do so. We'll take one more break on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. We're back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Fuller's Milker Center and GIA have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
Pregame 3.
There's the national anthem today in Cuba City. We get Ready to get started in this one. As I mentioned, Prairie du Chien third in the SWC this year. Cuba City second in the SWAL. Promises to be a good game between these two teams here. Let's look at their last couple games. First for Prairie du Chien, they did wrap up that regular season on a 3-game skid with a 1-2 loss at Dodgeville, a 2-3 loss to Onalaska, and a 3-7 loss at River Valley. They won their regional quarterfinal at home against Belleville by a 3-1 score. For Cuba City, they were on quite the winning streak. They only lost twice in the month of May. One of those a 4-5 loss to Fenimore, the other one a 7-11 loss to River Valley. And a third loss, a 1-2 dropped game to Riverdale. Besides that, a number of wins picked up in the month of May, including a 5-game winning streak that they almost ended their season on with wins over Darlington, Potosi Cassville, Boscobel, Iowa Grant, and Southwestern before dropping that game to Riverdale. So it has been a solid run here for Cuba City, maybe going full steam ahead into the postseason here today. We'll tell you that our game today is brought to you by Semiinal's Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Semiinal's Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provides exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Russell Law Offices here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. And Claire Bank, with 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, is proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Let's get going here from Cuba City in the regional semifinals. Here's the first pitch. There's a hit out to second base, and the play is made at first. And there's out one for Cuba City. Let's see, for Prairie du Chien, that was Deacon Chesbro batting. Showing bunt, no play made on that one. That'll be called ball there on the first pitch. It's Lenzendorf here. Brady Lenzendorf, that is, batting for Prairie du Chien. There's strike one. On the mound for Cuba City, Tyson Richard today. Here's the pitch from Richard. Swing and a miss from Lenzendorf. They'll make it 1-2. Richard, the 1-2, that one, strike three, and Lenzendorf strikes out, looking 2 down. And we'll bring up Bryce Lenzendorf. Here's the pitch from Richard, that one high and inside for ball one. Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohen in the queue at Cuba City Collision and Repair. That one low for ball two. We'll tell you any foul balls today will be brought to you by Cuba City Collision and Repair as well. It's a 2-0 count here for Bryce Lenzendorf. Here's the pitch. Contact made on that one, and that gets down in left field. It's going to be a base hit for Bryce Lenzendorf. Weston Marks now up to bat for Prairie du Chien. 1 on, 2 down. Bryce Lenzendorf on first. Richard, there's the pitch. That one drops in. Swing and a miss for strike one. A 1 pitch incoming from Richard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Marks for strike two. Now 0-2. Veterinary Associates of Hazel Green and Galena. Visit vetassociatesgalena.com and check out their online store at myvetstoreonline.com. Veterinary Associates, Hazel Green and Galena. 0-2, Richard, the pitch, that one high. That'll make it 1-2. 2 down here in the top of the first in the regional semifinal. Bryce Lenzendorf on first. Marks, 1-2, the pitch. Contact made. That one will get past the third baseman into the outfield for another base hit. Now batting for Prairie du Chien, Jack Simmons. He'll call for time here. 2 down. Contact made on that ball. That's deep into left field to the warning track and caught out by the left fielder. And that'll do it for the top of the first. 0-0 your score. And we'll take a break. Cuba City will get started with the bats after these messages on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Whether you're an athlete or a spectator, control your drive on our streets, county roads, and highways to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. This message from the Queen Bee Radio family of stations and the WIAA.
Get ready, car lovers. It's Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors Car Show and Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday, June 14th from 10:30 to 2:30 in Prairie du Chien. Stop by Carey's for an afternoon of awesome cars, food and drinks, door prizes, and fun for the whole family. No trophies, no judging, no pressure, just good times and great rides. That's Saturday, June 14th at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Highway 18 in Prairie du Chien.
In Game 1.
Back on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Cuba City will bat next. Prairie du Chien was able to pick up 2 hits there in the top of that first inning, but that coming after they already had 2 down, couldn't bring any runs in. Our game today is brought to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville, brought to you today by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros at Brian's. Get the job done right. For unexpected things or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. And by CJ ATM Service. See Chuck Schneering for all your business and large-scale ATM needs. Find CJ ATM Service on Facebook to learn more. CJ ATM Service of Platteville. Be Tyson Richard up to bat first for Cuba City. Here's the first pitch. That one just inside the zone of the right for strike 1. 0-1 the count for Richard. Here's the pitch. That one high and upstairs. 1-1 now the count. There's another ball. We'll make it 2-1 for Richard. At the mound for Prairie du Chien, it is Bryce Lenzendorf, the senior. Here's the pitch from Lenzendorf. That one outside. No, just inside, we'll call it. 2-2 the count now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. popped up right above first base. And the play is made at first base there by Jack McEachin. There's one down, and we'll bring up Vossen for Cuba City. One down here, bottom of the first, still scoreless. There's the pitch, that one outside for ball one. There's the 1-0 pitch and another ball here. Now 2 balls to no strikes. There's the pitch. Vossen hits that one up off the net for a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his group, McNett Electric, are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric, Belmont, another Cuba City collision and repair foul ball from Vossen. That'll make it a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one hit right along that right field line, and the play made by the first baseman there, Jack McEachin. Falling away as he gets it. There's 2 down, and we'll bring Andy Leffelholtz up to bat now. Tim Slack Auction and Realty, whether buying or selling, call Tim, Kathy, Chase, and the staff today. Tim Slack Auction and Realty, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Here's the pitch. That one curving outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And we'll call that one a strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a check swing there. We'll call that a ball. 2-1 now for Leffelholtz. Here is the 2-1 and a Cuba City collision and repair. Foul ball right back to the Wolf Construction broadcast booth there. Now a 2-2 count for Leffelholtz, 2 down. Here's the pitch. That one hit deep into left, but a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball, so we'll keep the 2-2 count. Lenzendorf, the 2-2 pitch. That one low. We'll get a full count now for Leffelholtz. Justin Washburn and the H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical team continue to provide top-quality plumbing, heating, and electrical services for your business, home, and farm. H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical serving you in Fenimore, Lancaster, and Boscobel, and other Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Still full count. Lenzendorf, here's the pitch. That one fouled away. We'll keep the AB going here for Leffelholtz. Fouled 3 of them away now. Lenzendorf, the 3-2. That one a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. And something to keep in mind here with the pitch rules in baseball here. The regional final game is tomorrow. So if our starting pitcher takes more than 30 pitches, we get time here from Leffelholtz. He will not be able to pitch tomorrow. He'll have to take 1 day off before he can get back into the action. So a balancing act for these two teams as that pitch is high and Leffelholtz is walked. Dodgeville, who is here today watching, they have not played since Monday. So all those guys will have at least 2 days off heading into the regional final. These guys going to have no days off. We'll get a courtesy runner here for Cuba City. It's going to be Michael Terpstra running for Leffelholtz, rather. My apologies. That's Bryce Buxton, the courtesy runner. Joel is up to bat now. That one a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball into the back netting. There's the pitch. That one hit down the right field line. Right fielder going after it, and he makes the play. That'll do it for the bottom of the first. 0-0 your score. We'll take a break here and head to the second after this. The high school baseball regional semifinals on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
Dead battery or engine trouble maybe? I see it all the time. People wait until there's a problem before bringing their car. This is Zach from Big A Auto in Dubuque, and I'm here to tell you regular maintenance keeps you on the road and saves you big in the long run. Oil changes, brake checks, full diagnostics. We do it all. Plus we have multiple financing options available. Don't wait for a breakdown. Stop by Big A Auto today and let's keep your car running strong.
Big A Auto, your trusted mechanics in Dubuque. Your ride, our priority.
Get ready to sing and have the best night ever. Solitary Man, a tribute to Neil Diamond starring Will Chalmers, is coming to Onward Fine Arts Center in Maquoketa, Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Will has the look, voice, and charm of Neil himself and brings all the classics from Sweet Caroline to Cracklin' Rosie in a show that'll have you clapping, singing, and smiling all night. Tickets are available now at the Onward Fine Arts Center box office or onwardfineartscenter.com. Don't miss this unforgettable tribute. One night only. In Game 2.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's the regional semifinal between Prairie du Chien and Cuba City. Into the top of the second inning now. Scoreless after one. Here's the pitch from Richard. That one low. Here's the second pitch. That one low as well. Up to bat for Prairie du Chien here. It's Abe Amundsen. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Richard. That one low. Now a 3-0 count for Amundsen. The pitch from Richard into the zone for strike one. Mount City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at a Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. This one hit deep into the outfield and caught out by the right fielder. One down. Jack McCutcheon. Strike one thrown there. Richard, 0-1. Here's the pitch. That one outside, called ball. Now 1-1 for McCutcheon. One and one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there now. 1-2. One down. Still scoreless here in the top of the second. The pitch, swing and a miss, and McCutcheon strikes out. Swinging, that's two down. Brennan Kecky up to bat now for Prairie du Chien. Two down here. There's the pitch. That one a little high for ball one. Pitch on the way from Richard. That one low for ball two. 2-0. Richard, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll make it 2-1. Community First Bank for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. The 2-1. This one popped up and out. A Cuba City collision and repair foul. Will make it 2-2 for Kecky. Richard, the pitch. That one hit into center field and caught out. There's the half inning. Will go to the bottom of the second after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Hi, this is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Mattresses are not something that you should have to unbox and set up yourself. Frankly, they're cumbersome. That's why at Dubuque Mattress, we deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. And it's not just for people in Dubuque. We deliver just about anywhere. Chicago, Des Moines, Minneapolis, Kansas City, or anywhere in between. So, when it's time for you to get a new mattress, let Dubuque Mattress take care of all of it for you. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Celebrate summer. This is Courtney with Petosa Spa. We have the perfect service to celebrate the season. Indulge in an ultimate pampering session with our coconut lime and pineapple infused body scrub and Beyond Bliss facial. Top off this incredibly tropical experience with a deliciously refreshing strawberry or lime margarita. You don't want to miss out on this one. Schedule your appointment at 563-588-5570. Make it a spa day at Petosa Spa inside Hotel Julian Dubuque.
In Game 3.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 0-0. As we head to the bottom of the second, it's Cuba City up to bat, and batting for the Cubans is Henry Cruiser, the senior. There's the pitch, strike one to Cruiser. A 1, the pitch from Lenzendorf, swing and a miss for strike two. Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulation can enhance your energy savings, air sealing, mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam of Hazel Green. There's the 0-2. That one low for a ball. 1-2 now. The count to Cruiser. The 1-2 pitch. That one high and outside. Make it 2-2. Lenzendorf, the 2-2 pitch. That one upstairs to make it a full count, 3-2. That one outside as well, and Cruiser is walked. Welp up to bat here for Cuba City. Contact made on that one. It is a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Another Cuba City collision and repair foul ball for Welp will make it 0-2. Cruiser on first. He was walked. No outs in the inning so far. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Lenzendorf to Welp. That's a ball, and Cruiser does not get to second in time. He is out trying to steal. And there is one down. We'll make it a 2-2 count now for 1-2 count, rather, my apologies, to Welp. Here's the pitch. That one high and outside. Now 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one into the zone for a strike, and Welp is struck out. That's 2 down. Talon Van Natta now for Cuba City trying to get something going with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Lenzendorf, the pitch, swing and a miss from Van Natta for strike 1. Southwest Health is over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. That one outside and away for Lenzendorf. Going to make it 1-1. There's the pitch. That one inside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Lenzendorf. That one hit into the left field, and the play made. That'll do it for the second. We'll make our way to the third inning next after these messages on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
Celebrate summer. This is Courtney with Potosa Spa. We have the perfect service to celebrate the season. Indulge in an ultimate pampering session with our coconut lime and pineapple infused body scrub and Beyond Bliss facial. Top off this incredibly tropical experience with a deliciously refreshing strawberry or lime margarita. You don't want to miss out on this one. Schedule your appointment at 563-588-5570. Make it a spa day at Potosa Spa inside Hotel Julian Dubuque.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Fans, here is the Quick Trip to the Ballpark ticket offer. Spend $200 at participating Quick Trip locations and get a free Terrace Reserve ticket to a 2025 Milwaukee Brewers home game. Check brewers.com/quicktrip for more details. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
In Game 4.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Top of the third here at Cuba City between the Cubans and the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks. Back to the top of the order for Prairie du Chien. It is for the Blackhawks, Deacon Chesbro hitting. Ball one thrown by Richard. Chesbro swings through that one. That'll get past the second baseman into the outfield, and it is a single for Chesbro. The first of the two Lenzendorfs, Brady, will hit here. He struck out looking his first time up. No down, and Chesbro on first for Prairie du Chien. Lenzendorf calls for time. Steps back into the box, ready to go here. There's the pitch, going for the bunt. Good placement on that bunt. Chesbro successfully to second. Lenzendorf out at first. Bryce Lenzendorf up next. Chesbro on second, one down. The pitch from Richard low. Leffelholtz gets there. Chesbro stays put at second. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready. 1-0 here for Bryce Lenzendorf. He tries to go for the bunt there. Cannot get there. There's strike one. Davis Bus Line serving Southwest Wisconsin and now hiring drivers in the Cuba City and Iowa Grant School District for routes in the fall of 2025. Contact Davis Bus Lines for more information. Find Davis Bus Lines on Facebook for contact information. One down, scoreless in the top of the third. That one popped right up above home plate. Richard calls for it and gets under it for out number two. We'll bring up Marks here with one runner on second and two down. This is Bryce Lenzendorf, actually. My apologies. Lenzendorf hits that one, a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. One and two the count. There's the pitch, that one low and outside. So it's Drake Chesbro on second. Bryce Lenzendorf, 2-2. Watch that one go by for a ball. Full count here, 3-2. 2 down. Richard. Here's the pitch. A Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. AB still alive here for Bryce Lenzendorf. Richard, 2 down. Checks back to second. We'll get time called here by Lenzendorf. Lenzendorf, ready for the pitch. 3-2. Richard, here is the pitch. That's high. Lenzendorf walks. Now we'll bring in Winston Marks. Two outs. It's Drake Chesbro on second and Bryce Lenzendorf on first. Richard, the pitch, that one high and inside for ball one. Here's the pitch, that one low but swung at and missed for strike one. Now 1-1 to Marks. Schneidl's Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidl's Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. There's the 1-1. That one gets to Richard on the mound. He loses it and still makes the play at first. Drake Chesbro stranded at second, and we'll go to the bottom of the third after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
This is Shane Bertzloff from Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. If you're looking for dependability in a new or used vehicle, Toyota has 7 out of the top 12 vehicles that last over 200,000 miles, ranking number 2 in J.D. Power's dependability study. Toyota also has 5 of the top 10 vehicles with the best resale value, according to Kelley Blue Book. Come see us to find your Toyota at Anderson Weber Toyota when you're ready.
Anderson Weber Toyota, next to Target in Dubuque. Visit them online at AndersonWeberToyota.com.
Milk has been building champions for centuries. Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores postgame muscle for like few other beverages. That's why the pros know they're gonna need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at GonnaNeedMilk.com. GONNA NeedMilk.com. Brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin.
In Game 5.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Go time here in the bottom of the third. It'll be Shepard up to bat first for Cuba City. Eighth here in the batting order for Cuba City is Riley Shepard. Cuba City went 3 up, 3 down last time through Cruiser, Welp, and Van Natta. Here's the pitch. That one right to the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. A Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. A 1 count. Lenzendorf, the pitch. That one outside. Make it 1-1. No, we'll get that inside. It is a called strike. 0-2, actually, my apologies. Clear Bank, with their convenient location in Southwest Wisconsin, is proud to support our community events. Clear Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender, and Lenzendorf strikes out Shepard. There is one down. That's his second thrown strikeout of the day. Cam Kieler, the outfielder, batting now for Cuba City. Swing and a miss on the first pitch of the AB for strike one. Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohen, the Cuba City Collision and Repair. This one hit deep into the right field and brought in by the right fielder. 4 out number 2, and back to the top of the order, it's Tyson Richard with 2 outs. Bryce Lenzendorf given the ready from the ump here. 2 down. Here's the pitch to Richard. That one inside. 4-1. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. Richard, that one gets through past the shortstop, and it'll be a base hit for Tyson Richard in his first hit of the day. That is the first hit of the day for Cuba City. Lefelholtz and Cruiser walked. Richard with the base hit there. Vossen was out at first in the first inning. He's up here for Cuba City. Here's the pitch. That one low. Just in the zone, however. It is strike one. McDonald Plastic Molding is proud to support the Cuba City baseball team. We're currently looking for a mold repair technician in Cuba City and a setup technician in Darlington. Apply today at McDonaldPlasticMolding.com. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one hit deep into right field. And the play will be made. There is the catch, but we'll have catcher's interference called. And that'll advance Richard from first to second. And that'll bring up Andy Lefelholtz. He was walked in the first inning. Here's the pitch. That one low and away. So it's Richard who got the single advancing to second. Vossen on that catcher's interference. Stands at first. 2 down. Here's the pitch to Lefelholtz. Swing and a miss. There's strike one. 1-1 the count. CJ ATM service. See Chuck Schneering for all your business and large-scale event ATM needs. Find CJ ATM service on Facebook to learn more. CJ ATM service of Platteville. Going back to second here, and Richard safe at second. 1-1 the count to Lefelholtz. Here's the pitch. That one knocked into right field for a Cuba City Collision and Repair foul ball. Now 1-2. Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery. Reliable 24-hour roadside service and long-distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and at guystruck.com. 1-2 pitch on the way from Lenzendorf, and that did it get Lefelholtz? I don't think so. He got just out of the way of that one. That'll be ball 2. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one popped up into left field. And the play is made. That'll do it. And to the 4th inning we go. Still scoreless. 0-0. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com.
Fuller's Milker Center.
In Game 6.
Back on Dubuque Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Scoreless in the regional semifinal between Prairie du Chien and Cuba City. It's the catcher Jack Simmons headed up to bat as we head into the top of the fourth. We're brought to you today by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville, and Bytech Resource Management of Greener Way, Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Richard, here is the pitch. That one upstairs for ball one. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. There is the 0-1 pitch. That's in the zone for strike one to Simmons. 1-1. That's outside, down low. Now 2-1 to Simmons. Simmons popped out to left field to end the first inning. 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Contact made here. That gets down just inside of the third base line. Simmons rounds the corner on first and will slow down, make his way back to first. It is a base hit on the leadoff. Now Abe Amundsen up to bat. He opened up the second, popping out to right. No down with Simmons on first base. Richard, here's the pitch. That one inside the zone for strike one. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and Sloans.com. The 0-1 pitch, a bunt, is a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. High off the netting here. So an 0-2 count here for Amundsen. Richard looks over to first. Looks back to Leffelholtz. The 0-2 pitch popped into right, and no one going to get there in time. A Cuba City collision and repair foul ball for Amundsen. Still 0-2. For supply at Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Richard, here's the 0-2. That one popped over to third base. The play at first is there in time. There's out number one for Cuba City. Simmons advances from first to second. Now the first baseman up for Prairie du Chien, Jack McKetchin. He struck out swinging his first time at the plate. That was in the second inning. There is the first pitch from Richard, ball one. One and 0 the count. Simmons on second. There's the pitch. That one close on the inside. Now 2-0 to McKetchin. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself the difference. Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Here's the 2-0, and there's a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Now 2-1. No score here in the top of the fourth, just one down. Tyson Richard. Here's the pitch. There's the bunt from McKetchin, and that will be a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Now 2-2. Mound City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. Two and two the count for McKetchin. One on second, one down. Richard, the pitch, swing and a miss. McKetchin strikes out for the second time today. Brennan Kecke up to bat now for Prairie. Kecke popped out to center his last time up. 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch from Richard. That one popped up high into left. Van Natter running it down, and he can't make the diving play. There's a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Will bring Kecke back. Oh and 1. Get a quick mound visit from Leffelholtz. 0 and 1 to Kecke. And Richard wants another mound visit from Leffelholtz. We'll tell you our game today is brought to you by Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulation can enhance your energy savings, air sealings, mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam of Hazel Green. 0-1 to Kecke. Richard, here's the pitch. Kecke gets that one, and it's hauled in by the shortstop, Gavin Vossen. 4 out 3, bottom of 4 after this on Super Hits 106 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than winning a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since 1965. The award recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how their team and your community can work together to be true champions.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
In Game 7.
We're back on Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel with a check on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Back to softball, a sectional semifinal, 4-4. Belmont and Barneveld tied in the 5th inning. That's your score in that one. In D5 softball sectional action, Joel, Cruiser, and Welp. Your 3 to get us started here in the bottom of 4 from the Kendall Murray Field at Cuba City High School. Lenzendorf still on the mound for the Blackhawks. Here's the pitch. That one high and outside for ball 1. Southwest Health is over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Ball 2. From Lenzendorf. Here is the 2-0. That one outside. Now 3-0 to Joel. Lenzendorf, 3-0 and into the zone for strike one to Braden Joel. Anderson Weber Toyota, powering your audio stream, Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready on the 3-1. It's a Cuba City collision repair foul ball from Braden Joel. We'll get a full count now, 3-2. Lenzendorf, the 3-2. That one into the hands of Lenzendorf. Jogs over to first in the underhand throw. Joel out at first. Now the center fielder, Cruiser, will bat for Cuba City. Cruiser was walked in the second inning. Got out, however, trying to steal second base. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for Cruiser for strike number one. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch, high and outside for ball one. Veterinary Associates of Hazel Green. Visit vetassociatesgalena.com and check out their online store at myvetstoreonline.com. Veterinary Associates Hazel Green and Galena. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one low will make it 2-1. Lenzendorf, the 2-1 to Cruiser. That one just inside for strike two. Now 2-2. One down, no one on base here. 2-2 pitch on the way to Cruiser. And that one high, so full count, 3-2 pitch on the way. Here's the 3-2. That one hit over to the shortstop, and the throw to first on time. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. We'll bring up Welp now. Welp struck out looking in the second. 2 down here for Cuba City. They only have the one hit today. That was Richard in the third. Here's the pitch. That one outside for ball one. Lenzendorf, the 1-0 pitch on the way. That one down low and out for a ball. Now 2-0. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. There's the 2-0. That one inside. Now 3-0 to Welp. Lenzendorf, no one on base to worry about. 3-0 pitch on the way. That one drops into the zone for strike one to Welp. (3-1). Welp takes a crack at that one, and that'll be a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Now 3-2, full count coming up for Welp. 2 down. No score in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. That one high. Welp is walked. Talon Van Natta up. He popped out to left in the second. It's Welp on first. 2 down. Play made to first. Welp safe there. Van Natta up to bat now. Lenzendorf, here's the pitch. Pop to the pitcher, and he will make the toss to first. Van Natta out there. We head to the 5th inning after this. Scoreless 0-0 on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8.
Get ready, car lovers. It's Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors Car Show and Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday, June 14th from 10:30 to 2:30 in Prairie du Chien. Stop by Carey's for an afternoon of awesome cars, food and drinks, door prizes, and fun for the whole family. No trophies, no judging, no pressure, just good times and great rides. That's Saturday, June 14th at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Highway 18 in Prairie du Chien.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
In Game 8.
Back on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's Drake Cheesebro up to bat here. He pops this one into right field, and for the third straight inning, it's a leadoff base hit for Prairie du Chien. Now we'll go to the top of the order. Deacon Cheesebro will bat. Cheesebro was out at first last time, out at first on the first inning as well. There's a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball on a bunt attempt from Deacon Cheesebro. Here's the pitch, goes for the bunt attempt here. That one into the hands of the pitcher. Play is made at first, and Drake Cheesebro to second. Now we'll get to Brady Lenzendorf. Still scoreless, top of the fifth in the regional semifinal. Winner travels to Centennial Park for a battle with Dodgeville tomorrow. This one popped up high into the infield, and it will be, as it goes over the dugout, a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. 0-1 to Deacon Cheesebro. Richard looks back to second base. Ready to go here. 0-1 the count. Checks once more. Here's the pitch. And a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball on another bunt attempt. McNutt Electric of Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNutt Electric in Belmont. 0-2 to Brady Lenzendorf. Lenzendorf was caught out by Richard his last time up. He'll take time here. We're brought to you today by Justin Washburn and the H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical team. They continue to provide top-quality plumbing, heating, and electrical services for your business, home, and farm. H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving you in Fenimore, Lancaster, and Boscobel. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Lenzendorf strikes out swinging. Now Bryce Lenzendorf up to bat. Drake Cheesebro on second, 2 down. Richard, here's the pitch, and a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball, 0-1. Tim Slack Auction and Realty, whether buying or selling, call Tim, Kathy, Chase, and their staff today. Tim Slack Auction and Realty, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Oh, 0-1 to Bryce Lenzendorf. Lenzendorf was walked his last time up. Hits this one into left field and caught out by the left fielder there. What a great play. That'll end the inning as we are scoreless into the bottom of the 5th in Cuba City. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th, play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. For example, grab one with hot food, that's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. See complete details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Are you feeling icky or feeling yucky? Or just feeling all kilter?
Let Crescent Quick Care help you fix that feeling. Crescent Quick Care combines high-quality clinical expertise with convenience to help you with serious but not life-threatening conditions. Crescent Quick Care is available Monday through Fridays with no appointment needed. Learn more by visiting crescentchc.org and hit the Our Services tab. Crescent Quick Care, a part of Crescent Community Health Center in Dubuque.
In Game 9.
Riley Shepard will hit first as we're back here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel into the bottom of the 5th inning. And Cuba City scoreless with Prairie to Chien. Winner to take on Dodgeville in the regional final tomorrow. Lenzendorf, the pitch low to Shepard, and that one a Cuba City... It's a ball, rather. Right off the back fence here. 1-0. The pitch, that one low as well. 2-0 now to Riley Shepard. Carey seamless gutters and overhead doors at Belmont Prairie to Chien. And at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com, Lenzendorf. The pitch, that one a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. High off the fence. 2-1. People's State Bank for personal home business and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. Lenzendorf, 2-1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for Shepard. There's strike 2. Brought to you by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. 2-2. Check swing. We'll call that one a ball. Now full count, 3-2. Krantz Auto Parts, your local hardware, Hank and Napa dealers. See Rob Krantz and the crew at Krantz Auto Parts for full service repairs on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts of Fenimore. We'll get time here for Shepard. Shepard struck out last time up. Going 8-9-1 here for Cuba City in the bottom of 5. Here's the pitch, and that one called ball 4. Shepard walks. And it is the left fielder, Cam Guler, who had the incredible diving catch to end the top of the 5th, batting next up here for Cuba City. Guler was caught out in the right field so far today, 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt attempt, and that one bunted essentially right to first. He is tagged out by the first baseman. That does advance Shepard from first to second. And we'll go to the top of the order. Tyson Richard after that. It'll be Gavin Vossen. Richard out at first in the first inning. Singled for the only hit of the game for Cuba City in the third. One down and scoreless as we've got strike 1 here to Richard. Shepard awaits on second. Lenzendorf, the 0-1. That's called ball, now 1-1. Your count, Donnie's Terranado. Call the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is Donnie's Terranado in Dickeyville. Here's the 1-1. That one low and downstairs. Now 2-1. Just one down. Vossen up in the count here. 2-1 pitch on the way from Lenzendorf. That's high. Vossen plays tightrope here to avoid that one. 3-1. Lenzendorf, the pitch, it's low, and Vossen will come up to bat now. He's got 2 on base with Shepard on second and Richard getting walked there. It's 2 base on balls given up here by Lenzendorf. We're going to get a quick mound visit from the catcher, Jack Simmons. We'll look at Vossen today. Vossen was out at first in the first inning and got on base via catcher's interference in the third. Lenzendorf still with mound duties for Prairie to Chien. This one popped up deep into left by Vossen. Play will be made by the left fielder. And Shepard sits at second. Vossen still in search of his first hit today, and will bring in Andy Leffelholtz. Leffelholtz was walked in the first inning, caught out by the left fielder in the third. Here's the pitch, that one low. Leffelholtz watches that one by for ball 1. Boz Electric called Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Boz Electric, Lancaster and Fenimore. Here's the pitch, a Cuba City Collision and Repair foul ball. 1-1. Don't go anywhere, folks. After the game today, we'll have the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. We'll name a Tri-Core turning point and wrap up shop here in Cuba City in what's been a busy Wednesday with a busy Thursday to come, with sectional softball and regional baseball. There's the pitch. That one popped up to right. Another Cuba City Collision and Repair foul. It'll make it 1-2 for Leffelholtz. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only Natural Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. There's the pitch. That one hit to second base, where the play will be made. That'll do it for the fifth. We'll head to the sixth after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
Here at Super Hits 106, we love giving you a great mix of music, entertainment, and of course, prizes. If you participate in any of our giveaways and contests...
All right, listen up. Before we go any further, I'm going to lay down a few rules. Number 1.
Contests are generally open to U.S. residents 18 years or older and reside within our terrestrial listening area. Other age restrictions may apply.
Number 2.
You can only win once per 30 days or once per promotion or contest.
Number 3.
Employees, agents, and affiliates of the station, Queen Bee Radio Incorporated, Morgan Murphy Media, contest sponsors, other radio, television, and print advertising companies are ineligible to win. Other restrictions apply. No purchase necessary.
Number 4.
All entries, completed or blank, any and all material pertaining to a contest are the property of Queen Bee Radio. Prize winners have 30 days to pick up their prize at the Queen Bee Radio offices. 51 Means Drive in Platteville, Wisconsin, 53818. Bring your ID. A signature may be required. Unclaimed prizes will be disposed of at the discretion of Queen Bee Radio. All decisions are final. Winners are responsible for all taxes, fees, usage charges, tariffs, and other fees associated with their prize. Queen Bee Radio makes no guarantee of any awarded prize and is released from all liability. A full list of our general contest rules can be found online at superhits106.com or at the Queen Bee Radio offices. Keep listening for your next chance to win.
I said, am I the winner? My God, I can't believe it.
I love you guys.
In Game 10.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Time's running out to make something happen for these offenses as we're scoreless at the top of the sixth in the regional semifinal. It's going to be Weston Marks to lead us off for Prairie to Chien. Mark so far today singled in the first, was out at first in the third. First pitch low, bounces off the dirt there. 1-0. Richard, here's the pitch. That one low as well. Another pitch off the backstop. Now 2-0. Richard, 2-0. The pitch, a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball down the third base line. That'll make it 2-1. Community First Bank for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Richard, 2-1. There's a strike on a swing and a miss from Marks. That'll make it 2-2. Weston Marks, 2-2. 1-2 on the day. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Marks strikes out. Then we'll bring up the catcher, Jack Simmons. Simmons on the day, popped out to left in the first and singled to lead off the fourth. This is the first inning since the second that Prairie du Chien did not start out with a base hit. Here's the pitch. That one hit deep into left to the warning track. The play will be made by Kieler. Hard hit ball results in no hit. 2 down. Abe Amundsen will hit next for Prairie du Chien. There's the pitch and strike one on a nice ball from Richard. There's strike number 2. 0-2 count. 2 down here. That one hit over towards second base, and the play made at first. 3 up, 3 down, scoreless to the bottom of the 6th we go on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 11.
Dear Diary, this is Veronica from the Bell Tower Theater's Heather the Musical Teen Edition. My story is based on the cult classic movie and is a deliciously dark comedy about high school in the 80s. Featuring area high school students, Heather's the Musical Teen Edition runs from June 13th to the 22nd. Tickets are just $15. To see me, JD, and all of the Heathers, call 563-588-3377 or visit belltowertheater.net. Thanks to the Iowa Arts Council and Tyson's for their support.
This is Peyton Dewitt from Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. If you're looking for dependability in a new or used vehicle, Toyota has 7 out of the top 12 vehicles that last over 200,000 miles, ranking number 2 in J.D. Power's dependability study. Toyota also has 5 of the top 10 vehicles with the best resale value, according to Kelley Blue Book. Come see me to find your Toyota at Anderson Weber Toyota when you're ready.
Anderson Weber Toyota, next to Target in Dubuque. Visit them online at AndersonWeberToyota.com.
In Game 11.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, you get the feeling this is going to be the kind of game where one run might just get it done. Both of these teams still looking for their first run of the game. 0-0 on the scoreboard into the bottom of the 6th. Braden Joel, Henry Cruiser will get us started, followed by Frankie Welp. It's a 4-5-6 for Cuba City. That one hit right down the first base line, and it will stay fair. Joel is tagged out for out number 1. Henry Cruiser up next for Cuba City. Cruiser was walked in the second, got out trying to steal second. Cruiser was out at first in the 4th. On base once today, looking for his first hit. Here's the pitch from Lenzendorf. That one outside for ball 1. That one low. Now 2-0. Lenzendorf, the 2-0 pitch. And that one fouled away. Cuba City Collision and Repair foul ball. Davis Bus Line serving Southwest Wisconsin and now hiring drivers in the Cuba City and Iowa Grant School Districts for routes in the fall of 2025. Contact Davis Bus Lines for more information. Find Davis Bus Lines on Facebook for contact information. 2-1. That one outside will make it 3-1 now. Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulation can enhance your energy savings, air sealing, mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam of Hazel Green. There's the 3-1 in a Cuba City Collision and Repair foul ball. That'll make it a full count. 3-2. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in a Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at MountainCityBank.com. One down, 3-2. That one a Cuba City Collision and Repair foul ball. Popped up and out left. Three and two, one down, no one on base, and that one into the zone for a strikeout. Two down. Frankie Welp up to bat. Welp struck out looking in the second and was walked in the fourth. He's in search of his first hit today. If I'm correct, Cuba City only has one hit today. They've been walked a number of times, and this one will be a hit for Welp. That gets down in the outfield. Now Talon Van Natta. Van Natta was cut out in the left field in the second and out at first to end the fourth. Lenzendorf, the pitch, that one high for ball one. Lenzendorf, the pitch, that one in the zone for strike one. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. 1-1. That one low for ball two. 2-1. Welp on first with two down. Here's the pitch. That one popped up, and that will be a base hit as well. And there we see the bats start working for Cuba City. Welp advances to second. Riley Shepard next up. Shepard struck out looking in the third, was walked in the fifth, and will get a mound visit for Prairie to Chien from Coach Pedretti. And it looks like we'll get a pitching change. As we mentioned, that regional final tomorrow, so no rest days. That is big. New pitcher for Prairie to Chien is going to be Brady Lenzendorf. Not too hard of a change for me. We'll tell you that our game today is brought to you by McDonald Plastic Molding. They're proud to support the Cuba City baseball team. We're currently looking for a mold repair technician in Cuba City and a setup technician in Darlington. Apply today at McDonaldPlasticMolding.com and Davis Bus Lines in Southwest Wisconsin. Now hiring drivers in the Cuba City and Iowa Grant School Districts for routes in the fall of 2025. Contact Davis Bus Lines for more information. Find Davis Bus Lines on Facebook for contact information. Get some warm-ups here for Lenzendorf. Let's break down where we're at in this one. It is 0-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning here. 2 down. Frankie Welp got us started with 2 down. Got a base hit. On a Van Natta base hit, he advanced to second. Riley Shepard at bat now. Shepard been on base once via a base on balls. Still looking for his first hit of the day, however. One more warm-up pitch for Brady Lenzendorf. And we will bring in Riley Shepard. The DH, Riley Shepard, trying to get some points on the board for Cuba City. Which may be doable if he can get this one to the grass. Here's the pitch. Swung at, down the middle, and it gets through. Welp rounds third and makes his way home. Cuba City's on the board. It's an RBI single for Riley Shepard. Cam Kieler up to bat for Cuba City, now playing with a 1-0 lead. It's Talon Van Natta on second, Shepard on first after that single. That one hit into the back net here for a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Cam Kieler today was out at right in the third and out on a bunt in the fifth, looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. One and one the count. This one hit into left for a Cuba City collision and repair foul ball. Now 1-2. Brady Lenzendorf on the mound, 1-2 to Kieler. Kieler knocks this one into right. Right fielder coming up on it and makes the play. We'll go to 7 after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 12.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Buying a mattress can seem overwhelming. How soft should you go, or how firm? How much support do you need? All great questions and all tough to figure out without the right guidance. Hi, I'm Jeremy Culbertson, and I've been building and selling mattresses with Dubuque Mattress for over 10 years, and with our guidance, we take all the stress out of mattress shopping. We guarantee you will love your Dubuque mattress, or we'll change it for you until you do.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 12.
Into the 7th on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Cuba City now in the lead, 1-0. It's going to be McKetchin, Kecky, and Drake Cheesebro to get us started here. Richard, the pitch, that one high. 1-0. That one low, now 2-0 to McKitchen. Today he struck out swinging in the second, struck out swinging again in the fourth, 0-2. There's the 2-0 pitch. That one in the zone for strike number 1. Richard had a great day pitching today. There's strike number 2 to McCutcheon. And we'll get time here from McCutcheon. 2-2 the count. There's the pitch. And that one gets through into the outfield. McCutcheon with the leadoff single. Cakey up next. He was out at center in the second and caught out by the shortstop in the fourth. He goes for the bunt here. It's a good-looking bunt. Sprint towards first. Does not get there, but he does advance the runner. Now Drake Cheesebro. We'll see if we'll go for the bunt here. One down. Runner on second, top of the seventh. Prairie du Chien needs to put a run on the board here to advance, keep this game going. One and 0. Richard, the pitch, and into the zone for strike 1. That one fouled away, a Cuba City Collision and Repair foul ball. One and 2 to Drake Cheesebro. The pitch and a Cuba City Collision and Repair foul. One and 2, one down, runner on second. Richard, the pitch, swing and a miss. Cheesebro strikes out. And the season comes down to Deacon Cheesebro for the Blackhawks. Need at least a hit out of him. There is strike 1 from Richard.